So this is the THRONMAX Twin Studio microphone boom arm. That's it. Some information on the box. Comes quite well packaged. Says it supports heavy mic. Basic bit about the setup. So this is the actual arm. Now I've used this in two different setups. This way, I've got this directional mic, but I also have a light setup on it, which is super helpful for me. So starting at the head, you simply undo that, and then this ball socket allows for rotation in any angle because this locks together, but when it's loose you can turn it so that that has movement up, down, or you can set it so it's front, back, which I usually have it like that with this setup because it means I can just push the mic away and it stays at the right height, which I quite like. So the motion, I mean, you can't hear anything, you know, that is so smooth. It's just a very smooth, it feels incredibly good. So that's the first point of articulation. This is then an adapter to fit the smaller thread. It comes with the ability to do both, smaller or the last two circles there. That one and that one, the small one, are a separate piece to unscrew, leaving this one with the larger thread to fit larger thread attachments for mics, etc. Moving up the arm, you come to the main, what I would call the main joint here. This cable, actually I'll show you the cable bit first. So that's my cable, and it goes underneath these little rails. So you pull the rails out, lay your cable in, and then put them back over the top. And it's just a really nice, tidy look. And it does a very good job of keeping them where you need them. That comes separately as a piece. There's a little disc here with the logo on. Just hides some of the mechanics of the arm. Comes down to the rear portion of the arm, again with the logo and the branding on, which I actually quite like. I think it's done well, it looks quite good. Again, the movement is just super smooth. This is another articulating part that allows the arm the up and down motion. That in itself rotates. Are three separate pieces. They're very easy to put together. The Allen key comes with it. The piece inserts, and you just do up the grub screw, which there's one on both ends, and then you bolt that portion. There's a bit that goes just under my desk. You just do it up by hand, and it bolts very nicely to my desk. Also some additional parts that I personally didn't need to utilize. That's an additional metal plate, and then that's a cover to give it some protection for the desk that you're mounting it to stop it from scratching. And then that's the spare bolts and the Allen key used for the setup of it. Putting the whole thing together, laying my cable through, I don't know, 5 minutes, if that. So that's the adapter, this part here. obviously was screwed onto this. But I just think the versatility that this offers, this arm, and the fact that I can have it here, and then I can just move it out of my way super easily. Zero noise. There's just no travel noise whatsoever. The joints are very, very nice. They articulate incredibly smoothly. And then the whole thing can just fold away, out of the way, which I absolutely love. There it is, just folded back on itself, right out of my way. I think it feels more expensive than it actually is, so I like that. Yeah, all in all, I just think it's a fantastic mic arm. Actually, one more thing that I neglected to say, so I'm doing it now, is the reach of this is fantastic. That's more or less done up on the back corner of a desk, and I can reach, you know, a good 1.5 feet, maybe even 2 foot off the desk with a mic. So the range, and obviously height wise, again, I could put the mic up. You know, I'm 6'1", and this is about where my forehead is, so you know, you can go higher than that. It's just fantastic range of motion.